My stepdaughter insists I'm just the help, getting paid to raise her, and refuses to see me as family. Now she's stunned that I'm done trying. My fiancé died 10 years ago. We never married, as he passed away before gay marriage was legal here. His daughter Kaya, from a previous relationship, stayed in my life after her dad died. Her mom has official custody of her despite having volatile BPD. Kaya's wealthy maternal grandparents paid for her to attend boarding school from the age of 12. I was against this but was told to mind my own business. Due to her family's issues, she spent most school holidays with me except the summer holidays, when her mother would take her abroad. As she grew into a teen, she became very popular but also a bit of a bully. I also had a difficult childhood, and I hoped she'd grow out of it, but she has always denied that we are family. For context, I am black, and she is white, and has in the past called me the help. She doesn't view me as her stepdad. Because I'm estranged from my birth family, I'm very close to a lot of people in my neighborhood and have a found family instead. Over Christmas, I found out that she had been manipulating and cyberbullying my neighbor's trans son for at least 7 months. He is autistic and very vulnerable. The cyberbullying led to her inviting him to a party at a made-up address, which he spent hours trying to find, causing him to have a really bad meltdown. She said she was teaching him about the real world, and in the real world, people like him don't get invited to parties. I told Kaya this was exactly the behavior that made her mom so dangerous. I said that I was ashamed to have raised her, that I was done with her, and that I never wanted to see her again. I packed her stuff, then drove her to the boarding school. When we got there, she started crying, begging me to change my mind. I explained to the staff at the school that I was not her legal guardian, and that I'd found out she had been abusing a disabled family member, and she could not stay with me anymore. Then I left her there. She has been texting me sporadically, sometimes angry and abusive, occasionally apologetic, but I told her I needed time to process what she had done. The last time I spoke to Kaya, she said I must be gutted that my meal ticket was gone. She thought that I was paid to care for her, which might explain why she never saw me as her stepdad, so I told her I was never paid a penny by her very wealthy grandparents. Update. The origin of the help has been identified. About 4 years ago, Kaya's grandparents watched the movie The Help, and Kaya's grandpa started calling me that as a joke, mostly to wind up his wife, but unfortunately, leading Kaya to think I was a paid nanny, not her loving stepdad. Kaya also asked her mom if I was paid to care for her the following summer. Kaya's mom said I probably was. For context, Kaya's mom receives a generous allowance from her parents, and said she just assumed I did too. She does work, but intermittently, due to her BPD, and the money she earns is more like pocket money. It doesn't pay for her lifestyle. Kaya's grandpa told her 2 years ago that he'd buy her a flat nearby if she ever came to live with them. He meant that he didn't want her to live with them, but she took it that he was promising to buy her her own flat when she was old enough. Kaya said that as she went to boarding school, she is pretty mature for her age, although I don't agree, given the bullying and the behavior she's shown to me. But she wants her grandparents to buy her a flat when she finishes school. She did explain that she goes to this fancy private school with all these rich kids, and so then having to stay with me every weekend, break, or holiday instead of her mom or her grandparents, who are much wealthier, always felt like a punishment. She has said that she did learn to see me as a paid nanny, that it wasn't just racism, but that she does feel like she doesn't know why I would still be in her life now. I explained that she used to be my daughter, and were her father still alive, she would have been raised by both of us, like she was as a kid. She said she's honestly got very mixed feelings toward me, and she thinks her grandpa's attitude toward me influenced her a lot. I did discuss going no contact with Kaya if she wanted that. I explained the toll of her racism towards me, and how targeting a trans person because they are trans is legally recognized as a hate crime. If my neighbor's son had chosen to go to the police, this could be a lot worse. Hate crimes have much higher consequences, so we had a serious talk about the potential legal consequences if she ever does anything like this again. She also knows the circumstances that led me to be estranged from my bio family, and said she doesn't want estrangement from me, but she just wants to live on her own now, and live the kind of life other kids at her school do. Her grandparents will give her a monthly allowance when she finishes school, but she will be expected to work. She has already arranged an internship with the aunt of a school friend at an art gallery that she is really excited about. Her grandma has also suggested we all celebrate Christmas Hanukkah together next year, and make more of an effort to be a family together, instead of separate strands. Kaya has asked me to help her choose her new flat too when she finishes school. So all in all, I think everything is resolved as best as possible.